There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Hoosiers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
The nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Moore will throw. looking for a big gain. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Graham. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. All the way back to the 15. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore to the air. Finds his man, it's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires left. The short hands, it's Moore. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Buying some time. It's complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Number 12, in punt formation to kick it away.
We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Montgomery. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Mountain West this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Nevada stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Reno. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed.
They're going to throw it to start the drive.
Never a dull moment.
There he goes. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the middle. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Ducks will call on their punt team.
On to kick it away.
And they'll just down it right there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Moore will throw. Lets it fly. All by himself. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Pickett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's ball. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Running to Green. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Scanning the field, it's Montgomery. Caught near the sticks, it's Pickett. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Got a man. It's Pickett. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Hoosiers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the back. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking to throw on first down. He's breaks into the open. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. He's got it on the outside. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback may change this route. Moore to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Dances away to buy time. Firing to the right, complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Looking downfield, it's Montgomery. Pocket breaking down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Tuggle. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man all by himself. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Moore will throw. Still looking, on the move. Shoots it to the left. He's got it.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Not sexy at all, right? Just hand the ball to the running back. Could I pull it? Yeah, but I want to get that first down. Nice job understanding the situation of the game, going and getting the first down, and getting a fresh set of downs.
He's got it down the left side. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the grab. It's Graham. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He wants to change this route. Moore to the air. Buys a little extra time. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab on the left.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking left. He makes a catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like it because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep
turning it on. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
The play action fake. Moving away from pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Moore will throw. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Back has it. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll set up to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help with the defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The Hoosiers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to pass. It's Montgomery. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to beat the D deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Grab behind the line. It's ball. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Working that left side now. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Quickly out to the tight end. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Moore to the air. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his gut.
The Steak scores it.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. He decides to keep the football. He can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. South Alabama took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Mobile. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Tuggle. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, one, you lost yards, but two, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
Back to pass. It's Montgomery. It's complete to the left. At the 35, he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't done.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
29.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Might be calling a hot route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll be brought down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Napier. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Ducks in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room.
Going to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field, too. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we've got to make sure we take him away.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside.